in-law suite to an existing single-family home in the zoning district Residence B. So that being said, is the applicant there? Can we bring in the applicant?
Yep.
Okay.
Just promoting to panelists now.
Okay. And Patrick, it looks like we have a few other people out there, whether they are, maybe they're neighbors. I can't tell. I can see that there's 10 people total out there.
Yeah, 6 of them are us. There's 4 attendees, one of which is Walpole Television, so it's primarily the applicant.
Okay. Okay, once the applicant comes in, I'll explain how we're going to go with this.
So Patrick, if you want to promote Donna Ryan.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh.
Recording in progress.
I just saw Dave.
Yep.
Hey, everyone.
That gives us 5. You're on mute, John.
Dave, you'll be voting on this case tonight because Drew is tied up with work. So.
Yep, no problem at all.
Okay. Good evening, Donna Ryan. How are you? Can you take
Donnie.
yourself? Donna, can you
Donna,
take?
you're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay, I see we have Donna Ryan, and Richard Ryan. Can you try taking yourselves off mute so that you can?
Mute. Okay. Hey, hi. How are you?
Good, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Oh, good. Hi, Sam. How are you? How is
I'm
everybody?
good. How are you?
I'm here. I'm nervous.
No, relax. Relax.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Good. Your hair's long. I haven't seen your hair long.
Yeah. I went with the pandemic stuff. You like it?
It looks awesome. How's everybody else?
Everybody's good. Thanks, Donna. So one of the things, I talked to Amy today. She said you might be a little nervous. Not to worry. We've all seen the plans of what you're proposing. We're going to go through it tonight, but I don't want you to be nervous. The zoning board does these cases all the time. So I know it's new for you, but don't worry. You should have no problems. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good. Okay, so the project is a addition to a single family home, and I just had a few questions. I took a look at the plans, and maybe you can answer them. Or is who is your? Do you have a builder that you've already chosen for this project?
We do. We have Mark Sullivan. He lives in Foxborough. He did our shed out in the back. He's going to be putting the addition on for us.
Okay, good. So as we looked at the plans, and it seemed like everything was in order, but with the addition going on, are you going to add a driveway, or are you just keeping the existing driveway as shown on the plan?
No, the existing driveway will hold up to like 5 cars, so we'll be fine on that one.
Okay. And the other question was, how, when I looked at the plans, it showed that there was a door that would swing from the existing house into the new in-law suite. And that's one thing that we want to make it so that it flows through. What part of the existing house is that door going to be located at? This was the one that goes into the suite.
It's going to be in my den. It's going to be like a common area to go from my den into the in-law apartment.
Okay. Now, there's a little bit of a concern, at least from me. Other board members can say whether they're concerned about it, but the idea is to have a, not being able to close it off as a separate apartment. Could you leave that with no door in that space? Could you do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My son is moving in with my granddaughter, so it's family that's moving in. He's going to take care of us as we get older, and we are getting older. You can't stop that. Can't slow that down.
Well, it beats the alternative. So,
Yeah, because I've worked in nursing homes for years, and I don't want to go in one. I can't hear you.
so the two issues that I had just was a question on the driveway, and you answered that. So the driveway is going to be as shown, and the access into the house is going to be through the den, and you can do that as an open way without having a door in there. So
Absolutely.
okay. Other board members, do you have questions or comments on the plan? And if you want to see a specific plan, Patrick can pull it up for us.
I think it looks good. I think we just condition the door.
I agree. I think it looks good.
Okay, Bob, your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't have any comments. I think just the flow into the proposed addition was the important point, and I think you've already addressed that. So I think we're in good shape.
Okay. And Dave, what's your thoughts on this?
Looks okay to me.
Hey, Donna, you're in good shape. Okay.
Oh, good. I'm not going to have a heart attack.
No, I told you, and I hope Amy relayed that to you, that you've got a good set of plans, and I think we can make this as painless as possible this evening. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay. Are there any neighbors or anybody else to comment on this case? Patrick, is there anybody out there?
I do not have anyone in attendance, no.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. And just, Donna, did you show these plans to your neighbors? Do they know what's going on?
Yes, we've talked to all of them.
Okay.
We've talked to all of them. They all know what's going on. We've got good neighbors. We're good neighbors.
I love that neighborhood, by the way. That's a great street, and Alice Ave and all those, that little neighborhood there. It's a really nice place. So.
Thanks.
Okay. Good. Okay. So at this point, I think, Donna, if you can believe it, you're ready to close the case. If you'd like to close it, just say I'd like to close the case, and we'll move on.
Well, then I'd like to close it as long as everything's good.
I think everything's good. And at this point, now we're going to take a vote. We're just going to vote to close the case. Could I have a motion to close the case for 41 Edgewood Ave?
So moved.
Moved by Suzanne.
Second.
Second by Jane. Any further discussion on closing the case? We've got all the information we need. Okay, roll call vote. This is just to close the case. This is the first step. Suzanne Murphy.
Murphy, aye.
Bob Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Dave Anderson.
Aye.
Jane Coffey.
Aye.
And I'm John Lee. Aye. Okay, so now could I have a motion to approve case number 21-6, 41 Edgewood Ave, for a special permit for a accessory in-law suite, standard conditions, and the one additional condition is that the doorway connecting it would be a 30-inch, or it would be a minimum of 30-inch opening, and not a door.
Okay.
So
Amy,
moved.
Amy, do you understand that?
Yep, I got that.
Okay. Anybody have any other conditions that they want added? Okay.
I believe the fire department just requested that the plans be reviewed and stamped for fire safety, which I think is a typical condition from the fire department.
Okay, if that's not one of our standard conditions, Amy, would you just make sure that that actually should be added to all our standard conditions for in-laws? But please
Yeah, it's in
make
the
sure.
standards.
It is, okay.
Okay, anything else? Okay, could I have a motion to that effect, please?
So moved.
Moved by Suzanne.
Second by Jane.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote, and Mrs. Ryan, this is to approve your project, so roll call vote, nice and easy. Suzanne Murphy,
Murphy, aye.
Bob Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Jane Coffey,
Aye.
Dave Anderson,
Aye.
and John Lee, aye. Okay, congratulations, that was pretty uneventful and not too painful, I hope, so
Thank
good luck
you
with
so
the project.
much.
Okay, I'm sure
You
it'll
did
turn out
great,
nice.
Donna, you did great. Good luck with
Hey.
Danny.
You look awesome, you know.
Thank you. I wish I could see you. Tell Richie
You-
hi.
You guys can't see me?
No.
Oh my God, and I did my hair.
I bet you look gorgeous.
Thank you all so much. Now I
Good
can
luck
relax
with the
a little bit.
project.
Yep, yeah,
Thank you.
okay,
Are we done?
good night.
Yep.
You are done,
Bye.
yeah. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Wow. That was great.
Yeah, well, it's a good set of plans. It was well documented, and like I said, reviewing them beforehand, those were the only two issues that I could see, and it's,
I like it
come in
all.
with a good plan, it goes smoothly. Okay, so the next thing we have is we have a number of minutes that Amy sent out, and we have 4 sets of minutes from March 3rd all the way to March 29th. So I've had a chance to review these, and there were a couple things that I asked Amy to change, and I can just I do have one question, and Suzanne, you might know, what is the correct word when talking about a 40B change? Is it a modification? Is it substantial or insubstantial, or is it substantial or minor? Do you recall?
I think minor. Maybe Patrick knows differently.
Patrick, do you know?
Hey, what was the context?
So it had to do with when Mr. Petrosi came to us for 40 Burns Ave, it was determining whether a modification was, it's in the minutes as substantial or insubstantial.
I'd go
I don't think it's-
substantial or minor, a minor modification.
That's
or
what I thought it
substantial
was too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amy, if you would, on page 2 of the first set of minutes from March 3rd, in the first paragraph of page 2, it talks about substantial or it says insubstantial. I think it should be
Minor,
it should be
yeah.
minor instead of insubstantial.
Yep.
Okay. The other one that I already had, and I talked to Amy, was, I'm sorry, that's all I had for that set of minutes. Bob, do you have anything on that set of minutes?
Just on the heading for that meeting, just had a comment on the first line there where it says determination on applicant's requested date of 2/14/21. And I think we mean to say on applicant's request dated 2/14/21.
Oh, for Burns.
Yeah. At the top in the where
Okay,
at
yeah.
the very top where in bold text.
Yep. Okay,
Does that make sense?
yep.
That's all I had on that one.
You're on mute, John.
Does anybody have anything else on the first set of minutes? Okay. What we'll do is we'll vote all of them, and if that's okay. Okay. Going to the second set, which is March 15th. I already talked to Amy. There's one section in the Summer Street where I asked board members for comments, and it starts out Mr. Fitzgerald, Mrs. Coffey, and then Mr. Hale interrupted Mrs. Coffey and had some comments. I want that taken out because this was supposed to be board members commenting at this point, because you noticed Mrs. Murphy, then Mr. Delaney, and I spoke. So I already talked to Amy. I think that should come out because it wasn't appropriate there. All of Mr. Hale's comments are also later in the decision. In the minutes made by both him and his attorney, but that just wasn't an appropriate point there. Does anybody have any problem with that coming out?
No.
No, actually, I thought about that myself.
I thought we were leaving it in to show he interrupted.
Okay, that's all I had for that one. Other board members, do you have some? Bob?
Just one typo on the first paragraph under Summer Street on the fourth line down. I think it says me, Lee, and I think it should say Mr. Lee.
The fourth line.
Yeah.
Mine says Mr. Lee. Yeah, mine.
The fourth line down, where it says, with the understanding that the input should be new and relevant to tonight's topics.
Oh, mainly. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Got it. All right.
That's all I had on that one. You're on mute still, John?
I'm not used to doing these online meetings now that we're back at school normal now. I'm a little rusty on this. So, okay. On March 24th, the next set of minutes this had to do with Burns Ave, the zoning enforcement officer's notice of violation and cease and desist. About halfway through the paragraph, says Mr. Yanovich also told Mr. Petrozzi to, quote, tread lightly, unquote, relating to the clearing of the site and adding soil onto the site. I asked that that be taken out because I don't understand exactly what was meant by that comment, and I didn't see that it was necessary. Does anybody think that that should stay in?
Yeah, I think if it was said, I think the minutes are just intended to reflect what was said at the meeting. So I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other, but
Okay.
It's questionable what tread lightly, so I can see your point, John.
Okay, Bob, if you know, it doesn't clarify, and I don't recall what context tread lightly was stated in or anything like that. So,
okay.
I think it's could cause confusion. Okay.
Okay.
And that's all I had for that one. So, Bob, do you have something?
I have some on Dupie Street. On the, so let's see, about halfway through that, or a little less than halfway, where it says Mrs. Murphy asked about how many parking spaces each home will have. So it's the second time that Mrs. Murphy is called out and indented.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
And in the second line, the same thing, space should be spaces.
Okay.
And then down under Tyler Howell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think Hool, sorry.
Ooh, yeah.
Emergency vehicles accessing the site simultaneously. I think that the word between site and simultaneously can come out.
I think I was gonna put at the same time and then decided to do simultaneously.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. Done that many times myself. And then on the 48 Burns Ave, the header for that one, where it has the address, it says 48 Burns Ave, Burns Ave. So I think we can
Okay,
take that out.
yep,
And then and then at the end of that, where it says for modification to condition E.13, I think we should insert of the comprehensive permit. Period.
okay. Got it.
And the seventh line down, the sentence starts, Murphy stated that the, even though, I think the word the can come out.
Okay,
And then at the end, where the statement of the motion to deny the request for modification would insert of condition E.13 of the comprehensive permit.
okay.
And that's all I had on that one.
Okay, and then the last one was for March 29th, and this was for Summer Street. And there was quite a bit on this. Besides the fact that as I went through the minutes, I found some things that were stated that I didn't like, that were stated that are not facts. They are incorrect. One glaring one by the applicant. But I guess, as you said, Bob, it's sometimes just the minutes capture the meeting. So I didn't have anything on this. I wasn't going to correct something that he did say, but it wasn't factual. It had to do with what I'm talking about is on the last page. The development would most likely be 50 plus. That's not something that we know to be true at all. So, okay. But again, that's not what the minutes are about. What does anybody have anything on that last set of minutes, Bob?
Yeah, just on the paragraph that starts with right under the heading after Becky Litvak's question, then it says Lee stated that.
Yeah,
In that paragraph, the second line from the bottom,
yeah,
wave should be WAIVE,
got it.
and any statute or of should be or CMR.
Okay,
And that's all I had.
Does anybody else have anything on that set of minutes? Yes, different type of wave, right? So, okay, good.
Do this.
So on the minutes, could I have a motion to approve the minutes of March 3rd, March 15th, March 24th, and March 29th?
All in 2021, so moved,
Second,
As amended, as we discussed.
as
Yes.
amended, yes.
As amended, yes. Okay,
second,
okay, thank you. Any further discussion? Amy, it's like reliving it's like reliving the meeting when I read the minutes. Okay.
It feels like you're sitting there.
Roll call vote. Suzanne Murphy,
Murphy, aye.
Bob Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Jane Coffey.
Aye.
And I'm John Lee. Aye. Dave Anderson, I don't think you were there for any of those minutes, so you wouldn't be voting on those minutes.
No problem.
Is that correct, Dave?
Correct.
Okay, good, thank you. Okay, so those all pass. Okay. Okay. The next meeting we have coming up is, if you can believe it, next week. We have continuing with Moose Hill, and we also have the sewer and water and an extension for the apartment building where Leo's Pizza is.
Are we going down town hall?
No, not for those. Those will still be online because that's how they were advertised. Amy, we talked today. What day are we looking to be back in person downtown at Town Hall?
So the next meeting after next week is July 21st, so that will be in person.
Okay, so in person, July 21st, and getting back the way we've done business in the past. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions or comments for the board? Okay, it's 7:29. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything? Okay. This does not require a roll call vote. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Amy, good